Wonderful viewer, you're very much welcome. My name is Maseka Joshua, and this particular show is named the VIP. Now, this is where we talk to different influential people, influential figures that know different things, and they are experts at different fields of life. And this time around, I have a wonderful guest with me. She's a teacher and a counselor. Those that go to the SDA church know her as Teacher Esther. I know she must have taught some of you in Sabbath school and some of you right in schools. And yes, let's put our hands together as we subscribe and like and welcome her. Hello.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here this afternoon, and I'm very glad to be part of this studio today.
Wonderful. So this is your first time, and I pray it is the seat becomes very permanent, and we share and teach the world about different things. So who is Teacher Esther?
Actually, I normally smile when people call me Teacher Esther.
Oh, it invokes the smile.
It makes me smile because that has become part of my, the definition, the way people see me. And I was talking to a colleague recently who told me, this one is a teacher. She understands kids better. But I think this is because I've been with children all my life, right from the age of about 9. So I always looked after children and I loved children. So I believe that is where I am, and that is why people call me Teacher Esther.
Okay.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So, well, let's get into just a short break with Maganjo Grain Millers. Understanding you need to have some jiko on yourself. You need to have some maize flour. Every product from Maganjo Grain Millers is very, very important, and its quality is sanctioned by us at LC Africa. We will be right back in a minute.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera ekyenjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Eŋŋano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'Amaganjo Grain Millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko owoomerwa.
It's because I do believe that a child is at the heart of the matter. When it comes to all humanity, a child really matters. And where we are right now is because of the way we grew up. So if a child is not given attention, if a child is not helped, then it means that the next generations to come are going to have problems. So I chose that field because basically maybe as a child there are very many things that I went through, and the last thing I like, or the last thing I need, or the last thing I hate in my life is seeing a child who's hurt.
Seeing a child who is hurt.
Seeing a child cry. Seeing a child angry. As I was walking in, you saw me. I found 2 boys and one was crying. So it actually touches my heart. And I also do believe that, children are also an apple of God's eye. So they are very innocent. Why? Anything that you plant into their lives, they can never forget. And with the world and the way it is, I'm telling you, children need a lot of help.
Children need a lot of help.
Yes.
Let's help them in this show now. We help them right from the point of parenting. We are in holidays, and a lot of parents are dealing with the fact that they have to work, but at the same time they have to parent and keep the children at home safely in good care. As a parent, I don't know, how do you balance work and parenting?
From day one when I gave birth to the kids, I gave them birth for myself.
You gave birth to kids for yourself?
For myself. It means that it is 100% total responsibility that I have to forge a way. Balance my career, and at the same time, after my kids. Now, that is when I decided to do things independently, being self-employed. So,
how do you even...
kids are young, that means you need help. When I talk about systems, we also look at things like support systems. Who can help? Maybe you have relatives who can come in and help. That would be very good.
You need relatives who could come up and help?
Yes, maids.
What else? Maids, okay.
Yes, who can come in and help. But again, if you have children who are a little bit grown, they can still manage the home.
Manage the home.
Wake them up in the morning before you leave, sit down with them, do devotion, give them different roles, you know, keep on checking on them. Even when you get back in the evening, speak to them and find out how was the day, what didn't go well. Because at the end of the day, you also need to get into their lives, their thought processes. You get to know what they're thinking about and find a way of advising them.
Let's handle it this way. Now, here is a parent who is waking up early in the morning to go and work. What are those top things they should do before they leave the house for their children?
Number one thing is a parent should not leave a child in bed and go to work.
Oh.
Oleka wachi mbuliri gyatazimba. Wake them up in the morning. Don't leave them in bed. Wake them up in the morning, go for devotion.
Devotion.
Yes, pray with your children.
All right.
First thing in the morning, wake them up. I remember when we were young, they used to wake up us in the morning and when we never wanted to leave bed. But I'm telling you, Mzee would never leave us in bed. So as you woke up in the morning, you'd hear him singing in the sitting room and you'll know, oh my God, we have to wake up.
But sometimes, now I have fellows who are radio presenters, they wake up at 4.
You know, now there are two parents. There's a mother and there's a dad. The papa could be a radio presenter, but the mama is there. Yes. So the mama can come in, wake the kids up at around 6, probably before she leaves, pray with them, let the day start. If they are very young, then they can go back to bed, it is okay. But these 9 years, 10 years, no, they can do something. Wake up after we've prayed. Yes, now after prayer, give them roles.
Do you know there are parents that do not have any set routines in the morning?
Oh, yes, they
wake
are.
Up and no devotion, no prayer, no whatever.
That happens a lot. There are those that even wake up after probably waking up. A child wakes up, goes to the fridge, picks a drink, switches on the TV, squats in the chairs, and starts sliding the remote and watches, you know, as they eat whatever it is in the fridge while ordering the maid to bring them something. You know, there's that kind of life.
What is the importance of devotion? You see, for you coming from a Christian set, but well, we're talking to everyone out there. They could have their secular kind of devotion. Maybe it's just a talk. What is the importance of devotion in child bringing?
Worship, for a child to grow up knowing that there is a God, there is someone above them, you know. So it is very important when a child wakes up in the morning and there is devotion. They build that relationship with God. You know, there's a difference between a child that knows God and a child that doesn't know God. So the earlier spirituality is instilled in a life's child, the better, because it's going to help them navigate life. Okay? So if a child grows up without spirituality or even not having that sense of worship in them, then it's going to become a little bit hard when they become teens.
Personally, my personal experience or our home experience with the morning devotions, we used to have that book called Akasisimuka. The Runyoro, I am not a Mnyoro, I'm not a Mtoro, but my dad, we used to minister mostly in Western Uganda field then. But the Runyoro that I know, that I can read, is from the morning devotion, because the Kasisimuka was already, we used to read it in Runyoro. So morning devotions are much more than just knowing about God, but they teach, they also create a huge bond.
They mold you also.
Yes, the good bonding for the family, because you have to see each other every morning.
Exactly.
You have to greet each other, start the day together, and then by the time you move out, like you have had some kind of social day right early in the morning. So morning devotions are very good and important
yes, they are.
in our family lives. Even when I'm not a parent, at least I've known that from the experience of being brought up for the morning before we go to the evening when parents come back.
Yes, now for the morning, after devotions are done, you set up, you give each child different roles that you want them to do during the course of the day. Now, if you're a parent who's going for work, of course, you're not going to be there to supervise. But maybe the person who's in their lives can supervise as they do these roles. Then after that, after the roles that they have to do at home, They can also sit down and probably do the study time. After the study time, they can be allowed to play a little bit.
Are you saying
know?
we set some sort of timetable for kids and to-do list?
Have you ever asked yourself a question? Why a school is very organized? It is because it has a structured kind of environment.
We need to structure homes?
Oh, yes. You mean we cannot raise kids far without any kind of, you know?
For formalities.
Yes. Now that is why we love schools. Agende kusomero, agende kusomero, because there is that kind of order. Jibateka muchi, mumwana. But again, we also need such systems in the home.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot raise children when there is no order in a home. No, you cannot. So you need to follow that. You know, it's holiday. Put it in a way that it's not too rigid. They can relax a bit, they can watch. But all these things need to be supervised, you know? You don't just let them be simply because it is a holiday. Now they can sleep away, they can kwenjera around and do what? No. There needs to be a structure.
This structure, how do we implement a structure at home without making kids like feel overworked, overcaged, and over supervised, and you know,
Today in the
making
morning,
life hard.
Today in the morning, I was reading a book. This gentleman is a psychologist. He said that when they normally amputate a patient, let's say this person had a problem with the leg and they cut it off. It takes 21 days for this patient to get used to the fact that that limb is not part of their bodies.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Now, there are certain habits that we need to put into our children. And these are going to help them shape their values that they are going to live with the rest of their lives. Now, there's a saying that says, do the right thing in the right time. Now, even when we're at home, when you do the right thing in the right time, it doesn't mean that it is kind of a cage, but it is actually trying to shape you. Because even when you grow up and probably you get a job in an office or anywhere, I mean, you need those values, you understand? So I do believe that when we're at home and we put up those systems, let it be part of all the, you know, the daily schedule. That after they've done this, then they have some time to themselves. They'll go probably play football. Maybe they can watch TV probably at around 4, but not, of course, the whole day, you know? So I do believe that when we have such structures where they can even relax, I'm telling you, they'll enjoy that kind of environment.
Do you dictate on which games your children play?
I think with the way the world is now, we have to dictate a little bit.
Okay.
Because now they watch TV and they watch, what's this? There's, you know, these wrestlers who do wrestling. Hey, now they could watch someone. Hey, you know, the way they watch and they strangling someone, and so we have to dictate wrestling. Simwetaga, but they don't do wrestling. Because for them, they do not know that these things are not real.
They are scripted.
So they will try to do what they saw. Now that is when we say we have to dictate sometimes. Okay. The same thing applies to the phone.
Phones, we live now in the world of phones and huge screen time. There's we used to fight a lot with TV. Children, you know, we limit their watch time. But now they have
a phone. Then how about a child? If an adult can get addicted to TikTok and they slide away 4 hours non-stop without having any activity, then how about a phone? I'm telling you, we need to find a way of supervising. Yes, technology is here. It is not going to go away, but we need to find a way of supervising our children. When it comes to those phones, there are very many children that have learned very many bad habits because they buy the data. We, the parents, give them the data.
We have Wi-Fi at home.
Wi-Fi. So these children go to pornographic sites. And now this is on the rise, you know. Children have got addicted to pornography because of the phones that we give them. And when we give them, we don't supervise. They go into their bedrooms. They watch, you know, they have their phones for the whole of the day. Some even have smart TVs in their bedrooms. You know, some even sleep with their phones. So the parent doesn't come in to supervise and say, you know what, this is the limit. So I think we need to set up these systems in the home that yes, technology is here with us to stay. It is not going to go away. but how can we live with the technology? The other thing is, can we as parents be role models? If I can kusereza my phone from morning to evening, how am I going to supervise my child?
Oh, so in summary, if I cannot limit my own screen time,
exactly,
therefore I cannot even limit my child's screen time.
You cannot tell me, because these days the kids are very open. She will ask you, oh, he,
but for you,
they'll challenge you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm telling you, I've had issues. Some parents have issues with trying to challenge their children. Vakusimu mwana gwe, and the girls, the daughter or the son will say, you know? So there are certain habits as we parents we need to break.
What things wouldn't you buy for your children regardless of God giving you all the riches in this world?
You know, technology would be very good. The gadgets would be very good. The phones would be very good. But supervision would have to be there. Supervision will have to be there. But the other things that I wouldn't buy, you know, things to do with the Mulembe trend. Now this is the trend of this shirt. This is the trend of this trouser. This is the trend of this dress. That I wouldn't. Because for us when we were growing, I know some people will say that I'm of 1900.
So but things like a big screen in their bedroom.
No, I will not buy it. Gochumanyi, do you know that people no longer have that time together? They no longer even sit on dinings like other people do and eat together. Why? Because I have TV in my bedroom, so I'll eat from my bedroom. Even when the maid serves the food, she will come and say, "Auntie, I'm taking for Joshua food. He's in his bedroom. He's watching his TV." And you know, for we the parents, we're very comfortable saying,
I've seen people who would debate making their children's rooms self-contained. Saying I wouldn't give them all these bathrooms, whatever. If they want to shower, get out. There are those who don't even buy into the idea of putting doors on children's rooms. Would you go that backward?
No. I'll put a door because they need the privacy.
Okay.
Yet I got privacy. Maybe the bit that you would tell them is probably not to lock. For security purposes. They might get an issue in the night and you cannot access them. Yes. So the business of you locking yourself in your bedroom with a key could be a little bit tricky because you might lock yourself inside there. We don't know what you're doing. So for security purposes and safety, I believe the door can be there. Okay. But the bedroom being self-contained. Hey, why should I give Joshua tabani lyange lya senior 5? Litera mbuli chimuli ngeri, you know, no. Joshua akolerere ebibye abere n'ebintu ebiri. Otherwise we are going to raise men or women who don't want to work. Why? Because we've had it our way.
So you giving too much comfort to children
is not good. It isn't good, I'm telling you.
You need to squeeze them a little bit.
Yes. Pay the school fees. Recently I was speaking to a parent who told me, today I woke my son up. I told him, today you will not eat food unless you do A, B, C. And this boy was, you know, trying to get lazy, wakes up in the morning, daddy, I don't have data, and the daddy would provide for data. But he doesn't want to do anything at home. And it's the first thing to tell his sisters, breakfast, they eat day. When the Mzee got to know about it, he said, no. This is not the way to go. So he told him, if you don't do the papers, if you don't do ABC, you're not going to eat in this house because you're a man. You understand?
Playing, you see, we have right here in Kampala, our urban homes here have perimeter walls and gates. And then children do not see the neighbors. There are children in the neighborhood, but you parents have become huge police. You are barricades, you are gates on top of gates. No child should get out of the gate.
Why? That is true. And these days, it's even becoming worse. You'd rather protect your kids within. Because now the world is very bad. The world is too terrible.
But you grew up playing with neighbors or the whole village?
These days, when it comes to safety, The day you let them out, that is when one of them is going to get kidnapped. Playing with the neighbors, and and the way you raise your children is not the way he raises his children, or she raises her children. So now that becomes a matter of, contemplation.
Aren't you just being insecure?
No. I'm not being insecure. I'm not being insecure. Where there is maybe a neighbor and they have a party and we've been invited, yes, we will go. But not just letting them lounge around.
How do you react when random children just enter your gate and start playing around?
No, that's okay. That is okay. But not just letting them out. At the end of the day, we are accountable. Hey, security is key. And you don't trust anyone when it comes to your children. We have seen many who have gone to neighborhoods to play and they've been abused sexually.
Okay.
Some have have learned habits, have learned how to do drugs. Why? Because of neighbors. So now parents are more keen. They would rather have their kids within.
About kid security, this I would not want to leave out this. When you get a new maid or any addition of a new member at home, they could be relatives, do you do some sort of induction?
Yes, induction is very important. Personally, I don't have that, but induction would be key. Would be key. This person needs to be oriented on what the home system is, what we value in this home. We do these different activities. So that orientation is very important.
So guide us in the orientation.
So that they can be able to fit in.
Someone just got a new maid and they want some orientation tips to their maid on how to handle their children.
Now, number one, the first thing I've realized that these days when people get maids, they make sure that this person has been screened for HIV.
Screened for HIV?
They've been checked for HIV. Why?
What is the fear?
Why? Because we've had very many stories, and these are real life stories, where a maid comes and probably has HIV, and they infect the whole, even their children. So now these days, for safety purposes, anyone wanting to get a maid, the first thing that they do, or when they bring a maid in the home, they first take them for a checkup to ensure that the person that we are with is safe. Then also orienting them and taking them around the house, showing them the different roles that they're supposed to do. At this time, the kids are supposed to be having their breakfast. At this time, blah, blah, blah. I expect the fact that work is done in this time and lunch is served at this time, and how to clean the house, how to go about the different chores around the home, and not to let people in. All those things are there because we've had cases where maids open for, let's say, people who disguise themselves as service providers.
All those selling things, liquid soap, whatever.
Yes. So with maids need to be guided, and some of them even.
How do you guide them on punishing children on your behalf?
Now they're not supposed to do that. They're not supposed to do that. Why? They could punish and damage. The way we punish is different. You could beat a little bit, but the maid could
slap and wallop.
Mwana nagwa neri. So kwatagana nokuba. Let them inform the parent.
Okay.
Let them inform the parent if there is anything that this child has done, so that the parent can come in and find a way of disciplining their child.
Wonderful. Let's take a short break, but we will be back. We're still digesting this topic. We have a lot more to go. There's a lot to do with mental health for children. When do you get to know that your child has mental health issues or is dealing with something emotionally that you do not know? We will have to handle that just after the break, as well as some more issues that you haven't heard about in this discussion. Otherwise, thank you for keeping on and subscribing to LC Africa.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko owoomerwe ne famiri yo ne ku mikolo gyo. Yimusa omutindo gw'enfumba yo oyimuse essanyu lyo nga okozesa engano ya jiko ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Engano ya jiko evaamu ebyokulya ebiwooma nga byagalwa woomerwa akaseera konna nga okozesa engano ya jiko. Maganjo Grain Millers, feeding nations.
You need to get some jiko and use it to do some chapati because your children at home need some chapati. They don't have to buy chikomando from any those random people who you do not know their health standards in cooking, whatever they are cooking. But if you buy anything like jiko right from any supermarket, I'm sure you will have quality chapati, you will have quality mandazi and quality bread. Wonderful. So, how often do you talk to your children? Or how do you even manage conversations with your child?
Personally, I have a lot of time with my kids because we do morning devotions together. Now, after the devotion, you know,
Okay.
after you bring out, let's say that devotion was about greed. Yes, we bring out the different stories, the life stories about greed. Now, as a parent, of course, there are things that you observe in a child. That is the time that I normally use. And we discuss, you know, you like this. This I saw in you. I see these days you're lazy. Now, that is not a very good attribute in you. I want you to fight and make sure, you know, weight it is. You know, we get that time and speak. We do the morning devotion and we also do the evening devotion. So on those two, morning and evening, I get the chance to open up and we discuss. Now, when they just got holidays, that is the time they normally use and tell you, Mommy, can we tell you something? This is what happened at school. Did you know so-and-so did this? Did you know this? You know? Now you get into their thought processes and find a better way of advising them. And then the other thing is, there's what we call an open door policy.
Open door policy. What is that?
I don't lock my bedroom. My bedroom is open to my kids.
You don't need some privacy.
Now you're talking about the privacy when I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
When you're going to open door policy, it is I'm willing to listen to them. Even around the house. So even when I'm in my bedroom, they're free to come and knock and say, can we speak? Can we talk to you? Yes. So there's that open door policy. You know, you have to be approachable when they need to speak to you.
There are scenarios whereby mama is very receptive and they are open to speaking to children and listening to them. But dad is wild. The moment he parks his car around, everyone hides. Have you had such situations?
That has happened. We've had such situations happening in homes. But the mother needs to balance. And again, the father also needs to understand that he needs to be felt by his children, that his presence is very important because he's the head of the family. Now, you being the head of the family, you could be having sons, even daughters, who want to hear from you. Hey, there's a big role that fathers play in the home. Now, when they go silent, I believe they're hurting their children. Yes.
Okay. Now, emotionally, this whole debate or this whole topic of mental health, people are dealing with a lot of things in their minds and we do not know. It's been a debate that has been available for quite some time, also for mature people. But how do we discover our children are dealing with something we do not understand?
The very first thing is you look at their moods. Their moods. You know, they even when you crack a joke, family time, they don't want to be with you. They are withdrawn.
Withdrawn.
They move away from where all the family members are and probably isolate themselves.
So if I have a child who wants to keep himself in the bedroom, they want to eat alone. They want to sit somewhere under the tree while the rest of the people are the other side. Is that a sign of emotional challenges, or it's just someone is just being introvert?
No, there's you discovering that this child hasn't been like this
Okay.
And then there is you probably knowing that this is how this child has been ever since they were young. Those are two different things. But all of a sudden, when you realize that your child has changed and they're withdrawn, they're isolating themselves,
They're coming to reserve.
they're not too happy, you know, even as they talk, they're not too happy. Some of them even have nightmares. They wake up in the night and they are panicking.
Oh.
The appetites are low. They don't want to eat, you know. So those are signs that your child could be having a problem. Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they're depressed. Maybe they're anxious, you know. So those are some of the signs that there's a problem with your child's mental health. Now that is when, as a parent, you need to calm down. Manyeri yabazadde abapapa gowabaki. Why are you sitting there alone? All your friends are the other side. You're here. What is the problem? You know, things like that. This is a generation where we say that mental health matters.
Mental health matters.
Even as I see Joshua is withdrawn and isolated. He's not the Joshua I know. I'll try to find a better way of getting into him and getting to see what exactly is the problem. So it is the same thing with our children. When you see them, they're not the usual. Maybe there is something. Try to find out. We have seen very many people who have been, children who have been sexually abused, you know, or even bullied. And they're not the usual people, you know, their character.
The jolliness.
The jolliness, yes.
Shrinking.
So instead of you trying to put them down, laughing and doing, try to get into their lives and question.
How do I start talking to such a child?
To papa, dala.
Okay.
Take it easy. Approach them with a very, very calm demeanor. Try to speak to them and don't force them. Don't try to force them to tell you what is happening. Try to get close to them. Be friends with them because they might not open up at that particular moment. Yes, be close to them. Get to know them. Bit by bit, before you realize, they will come and tell you, you know what? This is what happened and I'm not happy about it. What can I do? Yes. So you take it slow. Make them your friend. They should open up themselves, but not you coercing them into opening up. Yes.
Okay. Children are in holidays. Parents are, you know, working, but they have their children in full control. What are the parenting tips you could give for a parent who has children in this holiday?
Number one, we already talked about. Have devotion.
Okay.
Never ever leave home without praying with your children. Number two, set up systems in your home. When they wake up in the morning, what happens first? What goes next? How is the day structured? You know, try to have that kind of administrative routine in the home. Then number three, find time, sit down with them. Discuss issues with them. This could be about their report card, you know, when they come back for holidays. It could be about their performance. Can you sit down with them? What happened? What can we do about
how
it?
do we even talk to a child who has brought a bad report home? Do we bring Chiboko and say, lie down?
But these days it doesn't work.
Okay.
Let's sit down because, you know, you might kuba chiboko and you are mentally, you know, hurt, disturbed. So the best thing to do is, as a parent, you sit down with your child, try to find out. Maybe there are issues. Regarding the subject. Maybe there's something they don't understand. Maybe they don't have the time to do the consultations and everything. You know, they tell you very many things. Yes. So when they tell you all those issues about their performance, then try to find a way. Help this child set goals, academic goals, you know, performance goals. Okay, now you got a 40 in mathematics. What do you think we can do so that next time at least you have a 50? Let them not be very aggressive goals. From 40, I want a 90. I've ever seen a parent who told a daughter, you have a 40. In our family, we are doctors. We get A's. And you have 40.
Where did you
Next time,
40?
I want a 90.
You are an adopted child.
I'm telling you, I looked at the parent and I was like, Vanangi. You know, sometimes we parents are very ambitious when it comes to our children. But sometimes we need to take it slow. And we even lie to our children. You know, we normally tell our kids that. Yet sometimes we are actually not telling the truth, but we need to take it slow. Then the other thing is, during this holiday, please go through the stuff that your child came with from school.
Okay.
When they come to school, can you unpack together? Whose shirt is this?
So they don't just bring their suitcase and throw in the...
Now who's going to wash for them?
Washing.
Hey.
They wash for themselves.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey. So you unpack and go through the stuff that they brought back home. Is this your shirt? No, it is not my shirt. How come it is in your suitcase? Because you know some of them even carry things that don't belong to them. Yes. So go through all these things. Find out. Do they really belong to you? Because this is a chance that you get to know that you know, the jumper is okay. Maybe it isn't labeled. Maybe this flat iron. That is when you get to know. So sit down with them.
The idea of checking stuff that children come back with at home is very, very important. I think to even secondary, no, the school kids, senior 4, senior 3, they come back with dildos and you don't know.
Yes. Oh, yes. So it is very vital.
Just like schools check them while going in, I think now it is important that you also check while they come in and see.
Well, while they come in, bed bags.
Bed bags. Your children could come back with bed bags.
And we don't want bed bags in our homes, so...
Okay, let's get to this now. The routine has changed. We are at home. We're not waking up so early like
school.
You know, the setting at home is different from that from school. So towards the end of the holiday, how do I ready my children?
How do you ready your children? Try to put up that same... Oh. Because in school they are going to wake up at 4. Now try to wake them up early. Try to wake them up early. Tell them now school is about to start. Because now mentally you need to prepare them. Wake them up in the morning. Let them go through their routines. Let them sit down and do some reading. Probably also do the shopping lists. You know, we need to do shopping. Prepare their grab. Ironing their clothes, making them ready for school, checking on their shoes, are they okay? So basically mentally you're preparing them. Yes. Holiday packages, they can go through their holiday packages. Yes.
Okay, that's a very wonderful part of making your kids ready for school while ensuring that their routines change. Now, there's this whole situation of I am at work, kids are at home, or I am at work, kids are at school. How do I ensure there is some sort of supervision, or I know what is going on with my children even when I'm not there?
I've seen parents who have put cameras, you know those cameras where you can even monitor
on
the phone. There are those ones who do that. But those that don't have, they have people, the support systems that they put in the homes. They have the maids and the relatives. Find out from them what is happening at home. Hello, are they done with work? What are they doing now? Yes. Call. Always call and find out what is happening. And also the person who's around to take care of them. Tell that person to always keep in touch with you in case of anything. Yes.
There's a lot of luxury. Yes, we talked about the smartphones, etc. There's a lot of luxury in games. You see, we used to have our Dulu, our Kwepena, those local games that don't seem to be present today. And then now children have, I've seen those setting parties. The children I've seen on TikTok, some 11-year-old participating in pool parties. Those are the saying those are the games today. What are the cheap games that children can still, that parents can still improvise for their children in this luxury time?
Now, for a parent who can afford to have luxuries in a home, Gulayo ku table tennis.
Table tennis.
Table tennis. It's not a cheap game, but it's a good game. We have things to do with badminton. There is volleyball. There is even football. For people who can afford that.
Those who cannot afford. Okay.
Hey, now that comes in, by the way, parents.
But you have already closed us. You see, these games used to work.
Neighbor.
Hey. Team 12 tuwekunganyiza 3 homes and we are now playing in one. But you have locked all these homes with perimeter walls, so how do we play?
But you know, the very first thing is,
and you're only giving birth to 2
with the anti-kati sente kati with the way the mulembe is the way the mulembe is things have really changed so much, because now with the technology and everything, it's skilled innovation. It's skilled creativity. The time we used to play, but those things are no longer there. So I do believe that there is something that we can do as parents. Number one, we can introduce skilling in the lives of our children, even when we don't have games. Skilling.
Okay.
Can I buy H-Dondiche and a needle, and my child learns how to do crochet? Yes, now we're looking at using IT or, technology, being creative and innovative. So there are many videos on YouTube, on TikTok, on how to do crochet. There are many videos on how to bead. There are many videos on how to plait. Can we have these things? That is why the Chinese are better than us when it comes to innovation. Can we have those? I'll be honest. You know that dummy that has hair for a child to learn how to plait is only 40K. And that is cheap for a girl to learn how to plait. Then when even the board games themselves, now when you look at the crochet bit of it, the threads, it's about 2,000 or 3,000, or even 6,000. And they can learn how to make sponges, and they can sell them, and they can earn. So as technology and everything and the world is changing, can we at least empower kids with skilling, even as they relax, give them something to do with their hands? And as much as we are training them to be doctors and lawyers and engineers, but can we build that skill in their heads? And that is cheap. Now, when it comes to playing, maybe I would recommend that we parents also find some time of relaxing with our kids, even if it is just playing a little bit of volleyball or even exercising with our children. That would do.
This should be the very last, I think, 2 questions, just about culture. There's too much English in our homes. Yet we are Baganda, we are Batoro, we are Bakonjo. How do we deal with this too much English and make sure our children can speak our local languages?
Banange. Local languages. Basically, this is what I think what we have to do. Luganda.
Okay.
Let us use Luganda. We no longer have villages where, we will take our kids maybe during those long holidays of December. So but I believe that when we in a home can help our children learn how to speak Luganda, it's very good. Number one, when it's time to pray, can you get a Luganda Bible?
Oh, Luganda Bible, Luganda hymn.
Yes, let them read.
You are teaching your children King James Version. For what? P2, King James Version. Thou shalt not, thou shalt die.
Let them read, because it is their mother tongue.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is them. And let's also show them that culture is good. Culture is good. We have challenges of culture fading away, because we haven't even trained our children on how Msajja Omuganda ayambala atya, Omukyala Omunyankola ayambala atya. So our children need to know that culturally, this is my attire. Nti Omukyala ayambala bwati, Omwami ayambala bwati, Omukyala teyeeyisa bwati. Because now when it comes to culture, there are many things that come within culture. So as a mother, as a parent, let's help our children also learn to cherish their cultural values. Yes. omwana tawaata ng'ayimiridde alina kutuula wansi ku mukeeka omwana n'afukamira ng'abuuza. All those values need to be instilled. So charity begins at home.
Charity begins at home.
Yes.
This has been a very wonderful conversation where we've had a lot of topics mixed up together, but just give you brief hints on parenting more so in this holiday. I hope Madam Esther will be able to give us much more time, more so to dissect topic by topic. For example, the question that we've last had, the one for culture, that requires just a discussion of an hour of just about culture. We're discussing about culture. So having these selected topics, I hope she will be able to give us time, but let her give us, so of course, any closing remarks. So the so-called Akatalekeka.
Akatalekeka. Akatalekeka, number one, is I'm a counseling psychologist.
Yes.
And my role is to make sure that people's emotional health is balanced, that every child, every human being's life, their mental health is well. So do not ever keep quiet when you're having any kind of challenges. Please seek out a counselor to help you, because there's no way you can thrive in life without having a mental balance. So please seek out for professional counseling. I work with Better Life Therapy, and I'll be very glad to receive you. Dear parents, please let's take care of our children. Let's be present in their lives. Let's communicate with them. In as much as we are providing for them, let us know that we could either provide what is going to build them or kill them. So let's be keen, but most of all, let's be present. Let's show them God, because a child without God is a child that will not be able to thrive or even navigate life very easily because of the different challenges that they'll get. Please stay blessed, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sharing as well as subscribing. Until next time, my name is Joshua. This is LT Africa.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Eŋŋano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko, owoomerwe ne famiri yo ne ku mikolo gyo. Yimusa omutindo gw'enfumba yo, oyimuse essanyu lyo nga okozesa eŋŋano ya jiko. Ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Eŋŋano ya jiko evaamu ebyokulya ebiwooma nga byagalwa. Woomerwa akaseera konna nga okozesa eŋŋano ya jiko. Maganjo grain millers. Feeding nations.